fuck, 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 fuck. I am sick, I tell you, sick of getting called a sheep because I go outside wearing a mask. I wear a mask in public because I don't want to spread COVID to anybody. I care enough about other people and I have enough respect for other people to wear a mask when I'm out in public. But people are like, oh, you're just a sheep. That's a mind control device. Shut the fuck up, idiots. Do you know in Buddhism, if you embrace stupidity and ignorance, you're reborn as an animal. You think I'm a sheep? You're going to enjoy your next life as a sheep. Fuck you all. And Donald Trump is like, well, I don't want to wear a mask because it'll send the wrong message. Send the wrong message. What? That the president cares about other people and respects them? Oh yeah, for Trump, that would be the wrong message because he gives a shit about anybody. Remember when presidents and just people in general cared about one another? Remember that?
Remember making toast in a gizmo like this? Maybe you remember Grandma toasting homemade raisin bread loaded with plump raisins, swirled with cinnamon, that sweet aroma wafting through the kitchen. Pepperidge Farm remembers they're making raisin bread like Grandma made. No artificial preservatives. A treat for breakfast, coffee breaks, or midnight munchies. Try Pepperidge Farm raisin bread. You see, Pepperidge Farm remembers.
So, as you know, unless you live under a rock or in a cave, Disney Plus started streaming Hamilton on Friday. I have Verizon Wireless and Fios, so I have a free subscription Disney Plus. I'm like, woohoo, I can watch Hamilton. Don't get any cell service at home, but I can watch Hamilton. So on Saturday, I started streaming it, and I was singing along, as many people do, and my cat was all freaked out. Squirrel was like, what in the hell is happening in here? Into what fresh hell have I descended? She got all very upset and gave me some dirty looks and growled at me for a little bit. And then she was just like, make it stop. If you don't make it stop, you're evil. So anyway, I should start the next part of this by telling you that I very, very, very much support Black Lives Matter. I have marched in marches. I am looking into starting a Showing Up for Racial Justice chapter in Stony Brook, and I believe that it's time to stop celebrating the heroes of the Confederacy. You know, the people that were trying to break up the country? Yeah, I'm done. Those statues never should have been put up. By the way, they were not put up right after the Civil War, because even General Lee thought that if a nation undergoes a civil war, the best way to move on is not to celebrate the losers in that war. Anyway, so people are saying Hamilton should be canceled because he benefited from the slave trade. You know what? Lin-Manuel Miranda did a wonderful thing when he reimagined the birth of our country through a more multicultural, diverse prism. And I think that's to be celebrated. It shows us moving closer to the ideals set forth in both the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. That is a good thing. Having said that, it's not a documentary, and I don't think people get their PhDs in history, hey, I saw a lot of Hamilton, or whatever the historical thing is of the day. Since when do we expect Broadway to teach us history perfectly? It's a play. It's a piece of art. Do you remember when, if we wanted to learn about history, we took a class, read a book, watched a documentary?
Remember those sweet, warm New England summers? Remember sipping lemonade underneath a shady tree? Remember when you hit that pedestrian with your car at the crosswalk and then just drove away? Pepperidge Farm remembers. But Pepperidge Farm ain't just going to keep it to Pepperidge Farm self free of charge. Maybe you go out and buy yourself some of these distinctive Milano cookies. Maybe this whole thing just disappears.
There has been some good news in the summer of doom and gloom and death and despair. Baseball is coming back. I love baseball. Everyone who knows me knows I love baseball. It's only going to be 60 games, better than none. And while I hate the DH, it's like the devil. The devil made baseball. He put the DH in. I won't go into why, but I hate it. It's evil. Okay, I will go into why. Baseball is a beautiful sport for two reasons. There's absolutely no time clock, and everyone plays offense and defense. By allowing such a pivotal player like the pitcher to not face a pitcher changes the dynamic of the game. That's why I hate it. Anyway, we do know we'll have baseball. We also know the Mets will suck. I am a Met fan, a New Yorker, and a Democrat. If that's not the best trifecta of cynicism, I don't know what is. But go baseball! This past weekend was our nation's birthday, the 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. And like every year, the president gave two speeches to bring the country together. One was at Mount Rushmore and the other the White House, in which he asked us all to band together and said things like, we can beat this. Both the economic problems, the racial discord, the pandemic, if we come together, we'll come out of this on the other side whole. He even said something Bill Clinton used to say, which was, there's nothing wrong with America that can't be fixed by what's right with America. And the nation was just relieved. No, silly. That's not what happened. For that kind of thing to happen, Donald Trump would have to have A, some self-awareness, B, some way to actually take in advice from other people, and C, some tether of some sort to reality. Neither he nor his supporters have that. If they dipped their toe just once into the pool of reality, their entire world would crash down. They would have to recognize that he lies all the time. He cheated to get into Wharton. He is not a stable genius, because if you're a stable genius, you don't have to tell people you're a stable genius. Nope, he just does what he does. He doubles down on hatred and racism, classism, and the us against them. And right now, I am, according to him, the lefties. We're trying to destroy America and destroy everything that America stands for. And we're violent and all those other things, which is not true. And FYI, lefties stockpile books. Crazy right-wingers stockpile weapons. So anyway, with that happy note, do you remember a time when our president didn't feel the need to divide us every time he opened his mouth? Do you remember that?
Remember those warm summer nights? Remember those vacations with family? Pepperidge Farms remembers. It does.